The market is in further decline as the Fed signals more pain is to come. Ripple files an opposition to the SEC's motion for an early appeal. Will it have any effect on the price? And speaking of having effect on the price, what can we look forward to prop the price of XRP back up again and get us out of this recent slump? We're also going to talk about scams equal volume. Yeah, seriously, wait until you read this story. I think all of us know what's happening. Just a lot of us are afraid to admit it. Welcome, new viewers and old friends. We're going to start off with your comments because, yes, you matter most. Matrix1983 says, love the way you just say how it is. Not fan of all this hype bullcrap. Refreshing and to point. Defo, new sub here. Yeah, thank you to all the new subs lately. I appreciate it. What else do we got for you? Oh, it's what we're all thinking. Klaus, it's illegal to wear a White Sox hoodie unless you're eating at Al's or Mr. Beef Italian Beef. What about rockin' Portillo's for all my Chicago fans out here? Longtime viewer says, the XRP narrative is turning nothing into hype. Where are the developers for this chain and what are they doing? I haven't seen anything useful. And that's kind of what I've been talking about, right? The over-promising and under-delivering and all this development and all this utilization. When does the rubber actually hit the road? See, a lot of investors are looking through this and it's leading to market softness. If you cry wolf all the time, what happens when you really celebrate something good? People don't care because you cried wolf all the time, right? H-bar down 8%. Not saying who, but someone behind the mic and the cam here said, pumps and dumps, it won't last. What else we got? Bitcoin sitting at 28,481. Softness because of the Fed. ETH 1789. XRP highlight of the show 58.6. We're going to talk about potential catalysts and what's moving XRP. XLM down 2%, sitting at 12.5. Crucial point here because if XLM breaks below that, we're going past primary retracement of Judge Torres action. Here's part of the problem. 2.5 million trapped as Shiba Inu's layer 2 grinds to a halt just hours after launch. Now users fear that 2.5 million may be trapped indefinitely. Just hours after celebrating launch, developers are scrambling to get the layer 2 network working again after transactions grounded to a halt. At 11:11 London time on Wednesday, the official Shiba Inu token Twitter account announced Shibarium was officially live and ready to explore, but over-promising and under-delivering. Guess what happened? The network stopped producing blocks at 6:43 a.m. this morning. In the 7 hours Shibarium was up and running, users were able to bridge 1.8 million worth of Ether over 700 worth of Shiba-related Bone to the network token, but now those funds may be gone. Again, if you tout the launch of a project and then when it launches you stumble like this, and again, people out there are going to be like, Klaus, 1.8 million, it's not that much money. But what if it was your money? I mean, seriously, I get it. 1.8 million is not big, but there's people out there that put their hard-earned money into this and now it could be potentially be gone. And we don't have FDIC insurance in this space, so now, I don't know, maybe the SHIB developers should make those people whole and guarantee that money goes to them because it was their project that they hyped and launched and now might be problematic. Ripple files opposition to SEC's motion for early appeal. You're welcome to read this and the appeal. It's actually pretty good. And as always, any article you see in this video and all my others will be linked in the description below. So nope, no fake articles here, everyone. Essentially, it's this, okay? Ripple's filing their stuff. You got the SEC doing their stuff. We still need to get approval in order to file the interlocutory appeal. Now, let's say that the appeal gets denied. I could see that as a potential bullish movement for XRP in the short term. Why though only the short term? Because once the case is over, like done, the SEC can file a regular appeal, right? Which would keep this thing going. So you tell me this. If Gensler is out there and he wants to file an appeal right now, an interlocutory appeal, and get approval for it, and he gets denied, wouldn't Gensler then just be like, all right, dude, I'll just wait till the case is over and I'll hit you with another one? We know Gensler's not going to back down. And be honest here, everyone. Smart investors are looking at not just the data right now, but the data in the future. I wrote up on the board that you never get time back. That's what investors are thinking right now. So if they know that, hey, even at the best case, the SEC gets denied now, they're like, shit, we're going to get an appeal later. So that means what? We're going to be price locked now for well over a year? People are starting to think in this community, and I love it. I love seeing it, and I love reading your comments because you're seeing it too. Scam crypto tokens proliferate on blockchain hatched by Coinbase? Yes. Like the whiteboard said. Scams equal volume. That's why a lot of these companies out there aren't doing anything about the scams, because it makes their chains look juicy. Think of the Stellar chain. You know how many scams are on there? Oh my gosh, Whiplash, QSI, Emily. That makes the chain look juicier, doesn't it? Because a whole bunch of volume of that chain is their scam bullshit coins and tokens, right? Same thing's happening with Coinbase. But now let's get into some stats, because this is going to open your eyes to actually how bad this is. Between mid-July and Base's public debut in August, developers deployed more than 500 scam tokens. That's in less than a month, such as Base PEPE, Baby Yoda on the blockchain, according to Solidus Labs, a New York-based company that specializes in monitoring crypto transactions. About 300 of the tokens let their creators mint an unlimited number of coins, a feature that Base users weren't aware of impacting the token's values. Another 60 coins blocked sellers from reselling them on exchanges. So think about it. Coinbase now is like, yo, look at all the volume on our Base. Yeah, but if the volume is scams, does it really matter? I mean, seriously, and that's what you're not seeing from these companies. You're not seeing these companies refute all the scams. You're not seeing them call them out, like, directly. I mean, think about it when it comes to Stellar Chain. Have you seen or heard anything from SDF saying this? I'd go on for a while because it's like 99% scams. Are scams? No, you don't. Why? Because it makes their chain look juicy. So when they're like, we did 300 million transactions this quarter. Yeah, how many of those transactions though were tied to scams? And think of the Coinbase one. You had crypto projects, 60 of them, where you were allowed to buy but not sell. That's just donating to scammers, right? I mean, this is just a joke. These scam tokens resulted in about 3.7 million in trading volume on Base decentralized exchanges, which let users trade directly with the other. Scammers bagged about 2 million in profit, according to Solidus. Now, again, you're going to say, Klaus, 2 million is not big. But what if that was some of your money? Seriously, put yourself in the perspective of others that have gotten hurt, and put yourself in the perspective of big whale investors. You think big whale investors are going to get involved with this? No way. We're talking in a month, 500 scam tokens launched. 60 of which you could only buy and not sell. You wonder why institutional money is sitting on the sidelines. You wonder why H-bar pumps and dumps, why the XRP Judge Torres action pumps and dumps. Because institutional money is looking right through this whole facade bullshit and saying, yo, crypto, overpromising and under-delivering. You need to start fixing that. So what do we have to do? We have to hold your Coinbases, XRPL developers, Stellar Development Foundation. We have to hold these chains accountable. Why? Because we want them to win. We want them to work. We're not holding them accountable to be negative for the sake of being negative. We're holding them accountable so that they can turn it to a positive. Now, why is the market reeling back so much more? Why is there so much see a red action going on? That was bad English. I'll keep it in there. Fed minutes. Oh, see, the Fed minutes are released several weeks after their meeting. The Fed minutes go into detail on what the Fed board members said in terms of, hey, expectations, reality, what we got to look forward to. The Fed minutes revealed, and I've got them right here. Like I said, they're linked down below if you want to read them yourself. This one's a little gritty here. You might want to, just chill out just a little bit. The idea, though, behind this whole Fed minutes, and I'll summarize it for you, is they said, you know what? Things are worse than we thought. Inflation's higher than we thought. And this is before we got the most recent data. Now, if you're sitting there going, Klaus, wait a minute, what's the most recent data? Well, it's this. Inflation went up. We went from 3.0 to 3.2. Previous month, we went from 4.1 to 3.0, and we were all excited. That's what caused the Fed to take pauses. This move here from 4.9 to 4.1 to 3. That gave the Fed the signal, whoa. Okay, inflation's going down. Maybe we could pump the brakes on these rate hikes. But now we just got a report where it went up. And housing went up, accounting for more than 90% of the inflation numbers. Now, some of you out there are going to say, but Klaus, this is just for the United States. No. Governments, central banks, Feds, whatever you want to call them around the world, are all dealing with this inflation mess. In fact, UK has it way worse than us here in the States. Europe has this bad too. Everyone's dealing with this right now. So now when you see a report like this that comes out at 3.2, and guess what? You're going to have more juicy data coming out here soon in the next month. I would hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out because we break that stuff down in live streams. But if we get another report that's basically sideways, even ticks a little up, a little down, that's the cue for the Fed to hit rates again. So it's not just the date that the Fed meets, and it's not just the words that Jerome Powell says in his speeches afterwards. It's the minutes that are released that give you the details of what the Fed people are actually thinking, right? What their worries are. They talked about housing in here. I've brought it up time and time again. The reason housing isn't crashing because private equity groups have so much freaking cash, they're able to withstand what, everyone? High interest rates. So as the consumer, people like you and me are getting killed with high interest rates, private equity groups got so much cash they can avoid it. They buy these houses, right? They buy the whole area. They raise rent, driving up the price of homes. It's a cycle that feeds itself. Now, what could give XRP some temporary relief action? Honestly, denial, right, of the SEC's chance for appeal, right? That'd be great. Would it hold and would it last? No, probably not. Why? Because again, macroeconomic conditions around the world, the global economy sucks. So if the global economy sucks, if venture capitalists aren't getting into crypto, remember, they're the riskiest people out there, right? They go into the riskiest things. If we have scams creating huge amounts of volume with, hey, 60 projects launched on Coinbase's base where you can buy but not sell, that's messed up, dude. Seriously, that's messed up. If you've got that, if you've got, Shibarium has been launched and touted for how many months, man? Oh, Shibarium, it's going to change. And then when it launches, it falters and people's money gets stuck. Well, no wonder these moves aren't lasting. The market won't always be bad. And yeah, don't worry, we are going to turn the corner eventually. Problem is, though, is you're having the fudsters out there, the liars, the launches of these projects, which just fail right off the bat, scamming volume, which is running rampant. I mean, think about it. How big would crypto look if we wiped all the scams off the board and the only volume was real volume? Wouldn't look that good, is it? So that market cap that we're talking about where, crypto market cap over 1 trillion, is it really 1 trillion? No, it's not. And that's why big money is staying away from investors. Big money came in. They played the pumps and dumps while money was cheap. Why? Because when money's cheap, you can be riskier with it. When the Fed's fund rate was 0 to a quarter to 50 to 75, people are like, yo, we could throw money at risky stuff because it's cheap. But now that the Fed's fund rate is over 5 and a quarter, money is more expensive, which means it's riskier, which means they're not getting into it. That's why these hits aren't lasting. I'm looking at the chart right now up at the screen of XRP while I'm talking to y'all. And it's something that I've said time and time again. The Torres move will not last. Why? Primary sales aren't protected. And B, the SEC can appeal, whether it's an interlocutory appeal, which they're trying to go for right now, or a traditional appeal found at the end of the case, the finalization of it. You know the SEC is going to appeal. You know Gensler wants to keep his foot on crypto and crush it. It's messed up, isn't it? So we are right now in some deep trouble because at the rate we're going, if we get nasty CPI data, nasty global inflation news around the world, XRP can retrace all the way back under 50 cents quite easily and erase the whole price momentum we got from Torres. What's sad about that is think of the time lost, right? I mean, again, you can't see what I'm looking at right now, and hey, maybe sometimes that's a good thing. But what I'm looking at right now is what? Us erasing all the way back into May of 2022, Luna UST, when this whole unraveling started? Seriously, and you never get that time back. And I understand it. There's some of you out there that are going to be like, you know what, Klaus? You got to hold it till death. You got to do whatever you got to do. What I do is this. I've got my long-term bag that I just don't touch, and I've got my short-term bag where I play the market, pumps and dumps. That way I'm protected both ways. Pretty crazy strategy, isn't it? Well, no, it's not crazy. It makes tons of sense. But you still have to do you. And the scary thing, though, is time. It's the time of everyone out there sitting in hodl mode, going, you know what, we're going to moon. And no, not right now. Now is not the time. Monetary conditions globally are not telling us that this is the time. I've heard of, they're going to flip the switch. That doesn't make sense. Why? Because XRP, XLM, the rest of our cryptos that we all love are traded on the open market globally. It's based on supply and demand. You just can't flip the switch. That makes zero sense. So whatever narrative out there that you're listening to, I hope you take it with a grain of salt and remember the author. I'm reminded of another YouTuber out there that said the number one rule in crypto is don't FUD your own bags. Actually, the number one rule in crypto is tell the truth and people will respect you for it. What am I doing today? Recovery day. Why? Because my big race is this weekend. I'll admit I'm nervous. My sleep hasn't been the best. But whether I feel like shit or not, homeboy here is gonna full send it. You cool cats though, you get some rest and have a great rest of your day.